What's going on, my dollar bills? D-Money here, and today I have a TV show review for you guys. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I asked you guys several months ago, actually, that I found the new Ben 10 reboot show. It's not supposed to come out to... Well, it's out internationally now. But in 2017, which is actually, like, in a day or two, it's supposed to come out in the US, around October, I think it is. I'm not entirely sure. I just know it comes out in 2017. But I found a website that allows me to watch the show, and I've been watching it currently. I've gone through over 12 episodes. I'm completely caught up though, and I asked you guys if you want to see me do a review on it, since Ben 10 was a big part of my childhood, along with Spider-Man, Power Rangers, and other characters. And a lot of you were saying yes, you want me to give you like hints on what's going to be happening, what should we expect, and that type of stuff. And hopefully I can provide with enough information for you guys. And this video may contain spoilers, so if you don't like that, watch at your own discretion, I think that's the word. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, let's get into this review. First thing I want to talk about is the characters in the show. So on my right side we have Ben from the original show. On my left side we have Ben from the new reboot. Now, when we were first introduced to Ben, we were open to something cool. Like, we didn't know what to expect. This Ben, he has something to live up to, a lot of expectations from us, and I gotta say, he barely delivers. So, this Ben acted way more mature, even though he picked on his cousin in some immature ways. But this one, he acts like a baby. He doesn't really act his age, and I don't really like him that much. But there are moments where Ben can really surprise me in how cool he can be, how heroic, and how much he actually connects to this Ben. And I think that's... It's pretty good. It lets us know that, hey, this is an alternate dimension Ben. It's not Ben Prime, but they are the same person in a way. Now for Gwen. So, here's a picture of the original Gwen, and here's a picture of the new Gwen. So, I like the new design for Gwen. It's okay. It's better than the new look for Ben, that's for sure. So, one thing about Ben and Gwen is that they don't fight like they used to in the original show. They actually get along pretty well, and that bugs me. Now, the differences between these two Gwens is that this one likes to help Ben out. This one doesn't care that much about Ben. I like this Gwen, but this one's okay. Like, she seems just too perfect in this show. This one, yeah, she's a good character because she has her ups and downs with Ben. This one, they've had probably 2 fights in, like, over maybe around 15 episodes. Not that much. And so, here's what Lucky Girl looks like in the original show, and here's what Lucky Girl looks like in the new reboot. This Lucky Girl looks bad. This Lucky Girl looks good. And I just gotta say, they're not the same. This Lucky Girl is basically I don't want to spoil anything, but she's not the lucky girl we know. This is the lucky girl she should have been, or at least somewhat remotely similar besides in looks. So, next up, Grandpa Max. Here's what he looked like in the original show and the new show. I don't like the new look too much. His nose is too big. He looks like he just got done visiting Gravity Falls, and he's got like the little red on the end of his nose. I don't like the fishing vest too much. I mean, it's good, but you don't see him fishing a lot. And this grandpa is so dumb that you can't even tell he was a plumber. I don't even know if plumbers are a thing in this universe or not. Like, we barely see any aliens, and just about almost every character in this show is dumb. Like, there's a lot of smart moments from characters, but then there's a lot of dumb ones. So next up is Kevin. Kevin 11, here he is from the original show. He started out as a villain, and here he is in the new show. That's right, there's nothing here because he has not been introduced yet, but his voice actor has. So, not the voice actor from the original show, I'm talking about from Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, and Omniverse. So, the voice actor doesn't play Kevin at the moment. I'm not sure if he will. But instead, he plays the new Stinkfly. I caught that immediately. And I gotta say, the new Stinkfly looks terrible. A lot of Ben's aliens look too humanoid-ish. They need to look a bit extraterrestrial. Like how they did in the original show and all the other shows. But yeah, the new Stinkfly voice, it's pretty good. I don't know Kevin's real name at the moment, but he does a pretty good job as playing both characters. Alright, and the last character, I would consider this a character. Here is the Omnitrix from the original show, and here's the Omnitrix from the new show. So, not a big difference in design, except for in some parts. The new Omnitrix, I would say, looks just fine. Not too much of a big difference from the original. This is a bad example because this is really skinny and it's supposed to be longer. And so, the new Omnitrix, Ben doesn't really understand what he has. So the Omnitrix time in this show, it's not 10 minutes. In this show, it's 10 minutes, and here it times out basically after he gets hit once, or maybe 20 seconds. It really just depends. I think that part's so stupid, and Ben doesn't even know this, but I think he has master control, like from the start. Like, you guys will understand when the Adrenaland episode comes, because, I can say Adrenaland because that was the Comic-Con footage that they released. And so, that is pretty much what I could say. He does something that, Ben does with Master Control or in Ben 10 Alien Force. Alright guys, so speaking of time from not the Omnitrix, but the whole episode itself. So it seems like every episode, ironically, is around 10 minutes long. It's at least 10 minutes and maybe 47 seconds after 10 minutes. So it seems like they're going for short episodes that they can make and put on Cartoon Network and have like one episode and then a random episode right after. I don't understand why they do that. I think longer episodes, the better the story. Another thing, the story. I'll get into story in a bit though. So the timing, it's okay. It doesn't take too much time out of your day, which I like. But I also want to sit down for a while and enjoy some characters that I really like. Alright guys, so I'm going to get into the story now. Basically, the story makes no sense at all. Like, in the original show, we got, like, if something happened in episode 1, we heard about it in episode 2, and so on. Like, if a character came back from a previous episode, we heard about him. Like, hey, didn't we beat you, Animo, in Washington? How come you're back now at the beach? Or something like that. That's a Ditto episode reference. And so, in the new show, basically we don't get that. Many characters, for example, Hex and Dr. Animo, have appeared, and we don't get to see their origin, their first experience fighting Ben. We get to see the fight that's happening currently. We don't get any backstory on how they met. They just fight. Like, oh, hey kids, here's a character. You don't get to meet him right away. You should know him from the other shows. I feel like they should have at least done an introduction to some of those characters. And so, I feel like they need to fix that. Luckily, they have not introduced Vilgax yet. So that's good, in a way. I got a feeling they're gonna make Vilgax look really stupid. Alright guys, so for this next part about the story itself, it's gonna blow your minds. Like, it blew my mind, and made me hate the show a bit. So Ben's secret identity in the original show was such a huge thing that they didn't let anyone else know besides family and some plumbers and plumber kids. No one found out about his secret identity until Ben 10 Ultimate Alien Episode 1. It took 3 seasons for Ben, I'm including the first episode of Ultimate Alien, by the way, 3 seasons for everyone to find out his secret identity. Like, 3rd or 4th episode, the new Ben just reveals his identity to everyone, and no one cares. Like, literally, throughout the show, Ben transforms into, like, forearms right in front of, like, crowds. No one cares. If an alien, like, if a 10-year-old kid comes up in front of you, like, at the shopping mall, and turns into this big, red, four-armed, four-eyed creature right in front of you, you'd be like, what the frick? We're not alone in this universe? What? What? Like, that's how you would react. But no, everyone's like, oh my gosh, there's a giant robot! It's attacking! Whoa! That big buff guy with extra limbs and a bad sunburn and 2 extra eyes is about to go fight that thing. Like, one time in the show, did Ben care about not transforming in front of a bunch of random people? It's so stupid. His secret identity isn't a thing. Like, I'm pretty sure in the episode where everyone finds out, he was in front of a bunch of cameras. I'm sure of it. Oh my gosh. Man of Action, I thought you guys were gonna do a bit better. But no. You're making Ben a bit worse. Like, you're just making original Ben so much greater by comparing him to this slob. Oh my gosh. Next up is animation. So, of course, this animation style has to follow every single cartoon that is coming out right now. That means sloppier work. So, Ben 10, the new show, is doing pretty good with animations so far. There's some downsides compared to the original Ben, which had great animation. But the new Ben, occasionally we see him deflate like a balloon. I don't like that. Like, I can't do that right now, like, whoa. No, that's not in our anatomy. We can't physically do that. Or like if the lips get stretched and go down where they're all wiggly. Please don't do that. Oh my gosh. Animation though, besides that on how every character looks, I say it's decent, it's okay. I say it's a little worse than Ben 10 Omniverse. And I actually like Ben 10 Omniverse and the style a little bit. And I'm talking about before Ben had to recreate the universe. It was a bit okay after Ben did that. But the new Ben, I feel like it's okay. Also, I really hate the new Ben shorts. Like, they're supposed to be pants. Yet they only go down to like, here. What the heck? Like, you're wearing some high tops. Like, what flood are you going to be in? Like, if anything, wear those pants in, like, the desert when you're about to go save Kai from the Yenodushi, like, flooding the whole main street. Come on, man. So I wouldn't say I like this show, but I also wouldn't say I hate this show. It's sort of a meh right now. But if you guys want to watch the show for yourself ahead of time before it's released in America, so the website I watched the show on is Kiss Cartoon. I'll have the name right here just in case if I mess up on the name right now, because I can't quite remember it exactly since they haven't released a new episode in a while. Probably for like winter break or something like every other show does. But yeah, when you're looking it up though, it doesn't say Ben 10 Reboot, it just says Ben 10 2016. Or, I think it's 2016, it could end up saying 2017 though. But yeah, that's where I watch it. It's a decent website. If you guys enjoyed this video, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And here's his new aliens versus his original aliens. And pause the video if you want to see what they really look like, because I'm going to end the video right now. And if you want to take a longer look, just pause it, and bye.